Hello everyone and welcome to the NASCAR Cup Series Federated Auto Parts 400 from Richmond. Your front row is the 48 of Alex Bowman and the 5 of Kyle Larson, with Cindric and Byron behind them as we are underway into turn 1. Bowman with the lead here, prevailing on the bottom line over his teammate Kyle Larson, both looking for their second win of this season in NR2003. Bowman won at Kansas and Kyle Larson won at Daytona. So now Bowman in the lead, leading the way with Larson in second, Byron fighting Cindric for third, then Kevin Harvick back in fifth here at Richmond. So Bowman trying to hold on to this lead. He's won at this racetrack before. His first win in 2021 came at Richmond. Bowman, Larson, Byron behind them into the corner. We got crash! Cindric, Harvick, they're crashing in the background. Big hits. Cindric and Harvick in a crash on just lap 3. Or lap 2 here at Richmond. Harvick hooks Cindric, gives him the bumper, and they spin. Harvick bounces a hard hit, and they also go for Harvick and Cindric to bring out our first caution of the night here in Richmond. So we're going to get a few replays here as you see the 2 of Cindric is running on that bottom line, about to go to the bottom, but Harvick is right there. And Harvick just gets on that quarter panel and turns him around. He's Harvick also always goes such a hard hit. Harvick's got a little bit of air. They lose their track position and now have some significant damage to the 4 and the 2 machines. Cindric, of course, below the cut line, needing some points. This does not help this case that he gets turned in turn 3 on lap 2 and goes hard into the wall. Harvick, he already has 4 wins. He's the #1 seed right now in the playoffs. So I don't know if it hurt too much, but that's really going to hurt Austin Cindric's chances at making the playoffs on points here with just 2 races left until the playoffs start after this one. So most concerning for Austin Cindric. So Bowman will be your leader here under the caution conditions, and he will be first out of the pit lane, followed by Larson, Byron, Blaney, and Elliott at the top 5. So Hendrick Motorsports has 4 of the top 5 right now. The only one that's not a Hendrick car is Ryan Blaney, running in the 4th position, breaking up a 1-2-3-4 for Hendrick Motorsports as they look to get another win this season. I have a chance. The stages today are 100, 100, and 200. So stage 1 ends on lap 100, stage 2 ends on lap 200, and of course the race is going to end on lap 400 here in Richmond. And now we are going to go back green after that Harvick and Cindric incident, and we're back underway here in Richmond. Bowman gets a great start, maintains the lead over Kyle Larson as they barrel off into turn 1 and 2. So Bowman maintaining the lead. He's had control for these short. He only ran 2 3 green flag laps, so you don't really get to see who has a long run car quite yet. So Bowman leading the way with his Hendrick teammates all around him, and Ryan Blaney splitting up the 1, 2, 3, 4, of course, back there in 4th. And we'll see if we have yet another incident here at Richmond. But the 48 of Alex Bowman leading the way here at Richmond. Now, on lap 58, I accidentally skipped a little too far ahead through the replay, and we missed an accident that has taken out the 20 of Christopher Bell, the 1 of Ross Chastain, and the 99 of Daniel Suarez. So we have our first 3 DNFs of the day here at Richmond, as we are under caution for this accident here, which unfortunately, of course, not going to get a replay of, as I skipped that a little bit too far. But so both Trackhouse racing cars and the 20 Christopher Bell are out. That'll pretty much put Ross Chastain and Christopher Bell in must-win situations the next 2 weeks at Watkins Glen and Daytona to try to make it into the playoffs. So those 3 are out of the race, and a lot of other cars are damaged. And so now here we are on the restart with quite a bit of lap cars. We are back underway. Bowman still in the lead after pit stops. Byron second, Larson third, Elliott fourth. It is now a Hendrick Motorsports 1, 2, 3, 4 here at Richmond. They're trying to recreate that 2021 Dover race where they finished 1, 2, 3, 4 like they're running right now in this race. So Bowman easily in the lead. Well, not easily, but Byron's right there behind him, but he has led pretty much every lap so far as everyone else jockeys for position, trying to avoid the lap cars. and not be involved in an accident like we have seen twice already today. We're just focusing on the lap cars to see if they get into any accidents here with the lead lap cars trying to pass them, as Bowman's still leading up at the front. So no really worries for him yet. He has been out front the whole way at Richmond and looks to continue that, trying to get his second win this season. Now on to lap 73 here at Richmond. The caution has come out on the racetrack. Let's see what has happened to bring out the yellow, and it's, oh no, Joey Logano and Chris Buescher have crashed to bring out our third caution flag of the day. In this, only in the first stage here, Joey Logano gets into Buescher's like Hark in the center, spins him in the outside wall. Big hit for Logano. Buescher the light hit the outside wall. Both are able to continue but are damaged and lose a ton of track position. So Buescher and Logano bring out our third caution here at Richmond, in the same fashion that Harvick and Cindric got into each other. So the Fords today are seem to be wrecking each other here and heading into turn 3. 4 Fords have been involved in wrecks in the same exact spot. So you see the 22 turns, Buescher right there, goes up in Logano into the outside wall and spins with some damage there. But they should both be able to continue on after this hard crash, well, not hard crash, after this incident here. As we go on board with the 17 of Chris Buescher. See, he gets turned out of nowhere, and he goes around into the wall, and there goes everyone passing by. Already get the camera from Chris Buescher's bumper as Logano bumps into him, turns him around into Logano, into the wall they go. Get a slow-mo replay of this accident. Turns him around, goes Buescher, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, and luckily are able to avoid it by just holding their line on the bottom. 17 and 22 into the wall, and we are under caution here at Richmond. And I will now let the replays play. So already a chaotic race for Richmond standards with 3 cautions in the first stage, and we're only a little over 3/4 done with this first stage. Let's now go back to your leader, the 48 of Bowman, and we'll see what transpires here. As you see, as we're coming down the pit lane, we're going to see Bowman getting service. He's going to get beat off pit road by Kyle Larson, who will now be the leader on this restart as he beats Bowman off pit road, who drops all the way back to 5th as Byron comes out 2nd, Almirola 3rd, and Kurt Busch comes out 4th, and then Bowman comes out in 5th. We are back underway as the green flag has come back out here at Richmond on lap number 78. We have 23 to go in stage 1. Larson in the lead, Byron 2nd, Almirola and Kurt Busch fighting for 3rd, Bowman back in 5th. Can Larson get a playoff point here with the stage win, or will anything happen that will let someone else take the stage win, as Bowman going to get the momentum on the outside of Kurt Busch, and the 48 who's led the most laps so far will move into 4th place. Driven by Kurt Busch, just ahead of the lap cars that we're focusing on here. Greg Biffle, Cody Ware. You see the 3 wide with Chase Elliott getting very close here. Somehow we haven't had a big pile up yet. The way these lap cars are racing, it is getting dicey with everyone pulling 3 and 4 wide moves. But it is the 5 of Larson leading the way right now here at Richmond in stage 1 over his teammate William Byron, then Eric Almirola and the 48 of Bowman. Kyle Larson trying to hold off his teammate Byron with a little bit of momentum there in 3 and 4, but can't quite generate anything to make a move on his teammate Kyle Larson here. And now on to lap 83. 18 to go in stage 1, and there's a caution on the track, and it looks like Bubba Wallace has been involved as he's slow on the track, and indeed we have had a accident here. Once again, our 4th caution this opening stage at Richmond. As you see, Bubba Wallace is going to get turned by Austin Cindric into Kevin Harvick, into the wall. And you see in front of him, Harvick comes back up the track and wipes out a whole bunch of cars into turn 3. A huge crash. Just once again, Kevin Harvick and Austin Cindric coming together to create a major accident here to bring out our 4th yellow. See, Bubba gets turned right in front of Harvick, and then Harvick hits the ball and comes right up the track, wipes out Cindric, BJ McLeod, hard hits for all of them. Harrison Burton gets a little bit of contact, but he should be just fine. I see here they were going 4 wide in the corner. Harvick, Cindric, Wallace, and Ty Dillon. That's just not going to work. Going 4 wide. We'll go on board with Bubba Wallace as he gets turned here down the backstretch. Spins Harvick, but Bubba doesn't really hit anything, so he's able to get pretty lucky out of this incident, unlike Harvick, the 78 McLeod, who just was unlucky, had nowhere to go. I see Bubba right there. I think Bubba was the one who came down in front of Cindric and Harvick. And you see the 78 McLeod, and boom, Harvick will wipe out Cindric, and a hard hit for BJ McLeod. As this wreck, get Kevin Harvick's onboard camera of this accident. And you see right there, Bubba gets spun into Harvick. Harvick hits the wall, comes right up the track, and he takes a big hit as well to his bumper and just clips the side of Harrison Burton's machine. And now we get Austin Cindric's POV, as he just had, he had Bubba come down right in front of him, and I think a mix of Bubba coming down and Cindric going up, and then he gets just taken out by Harvick. Cindric not nearly as hard a hit as Harvick or McLeod took. He just got hit on the side and into the wall, not really getting turned around and going head on. But we know with these next gen cars, the drivers can really feel the hits more. So here's we get the slow-mo replay of this accident to be our 4th caution this opening stage. You see the contact, and you see the 23 go sideways down the racetrack, spinning into the inside wall. Harvick up the track completely wipes out Cindric, McLeod, and here's where Justin Haley and Joey Logano are incredibly lucky that they avoided that, as they could have been collected and that could have been an even bigger pileup. So 3-4 wide to the corner, just not working here at Richmond. Going 4 wide creates these big accidents. You see right up the track, pow, right, him and the 78 take big hits, but somehow no one's gonna DNF from that. Everyone's gonna stay in the race. Harvick, McLeod, Cindric, Bubba Wallace, they'll be just fine. They'll stay in the race and keep on racing. They may be a few laps down on all the damage repairs they have to take, as just a huge hit for Kevin Harvick and BJ McLeod. Glad everyone seems to be okay as they continue on here. Back to your leader, the 5 of Kyle Larson, and in the pit lane, William Byron is going to beat Kyle Larson off of pit road here at Richmond. But as we look ahead of the 24 of William Byron, we're going to see that the race leader is actually going to be the 48 of Bowman, because he stayed out with Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, Cole Custer, Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, and a few others, including the front row cars in Almirola. So here we are, 13 to go in stage 1. Bowman with the lead over Truex in 2nd and Hamlin in 3rd. As this is a crucial point in this race for how the strategy is going to play out at the end. So it's been a wild stage 1 here at Richmond with 4 yellows for incident, and Bowman leading the way over Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, Cole Custer, and Chase Briscoe, as we look at the 51 of Cody Ware and all the other lap cars fighting against the leaders here, trying to stay on the lead lap. I mean, they're already lapped down, but they're trying to stay ahead of these guys, and it gets dicey sometimes. We saw that the guys were 4 right at the lap car in the back, and that's what caused our last incident with Harvick, McLeod, Bubba Wallace, and Austin Cindric. So we'll see if it happens again on this restart. But very close course racing here. Richmond has 8 to go in stage 1. Now 7 to go in the stage. Bowman leading the way comfortably. As now we transfer to the last lap of stage 1 here at Richmond. Bowman has held the lead over Truex, Hamlin, Custer, and Briscoe. This top 5 pack has pulled away, and the caution is now officially out, so they can race back to the line to end stage 1. So out of turn 4 for the final time, Alex Bowman will win stage 1 at Richmond and get himself 1 playoff point extra to add to his total of 5, so he'll have 6 playoff points now. with the stage win. Then Truex second, Hamlin third, Custer fourth, Briscoe fifth, Almirola sixth, Jones is seventh, Tyler Reddick was eighth, McDowell was ninth, and Blaney was 10th. So Bowman wins the race off pit road at the end of the stage yellow, but a couple cars stayed out on the racetrack. The 47 Ricky Stenhouse, the 16 of AJ Allmendinger, and the 10 of Eric Almirola stayed out on the racetrack, and we'll be restarting 1, 2, and 3 here for the beginning of stage number 2 here at Richmond. And Bowman will line up fourth after winning the race off of pit road. So here we are. We are green on the restart to begin stage 2. Eric Almirola with a humongous jump compared to AJ Allmendinger. Almirola already off with a nice comfortable lead as Allmendinger tries to battle LaJoie. And there sounds Bowman makes an aggressive 3-wide move to maintain fourth, and it works as he stays ahead of Custer, Truex, and Kyle Busch, as Bowman now tries to negotiate Ricky Stenhouse as all the lap cars are racing each other hard here with the lead lap cars, and it could get dicey. We see Cole Custer negotiating Cody Ware. As we see up here, Bowman is trying to make a move on Ricky Stenhouse back there for third place, who we think should cycle out to be the leader if he can get by LaJoie and get to the 10 of Eric Almirola, as he's the first car on fresh tires. Of course, Almirola leader on the old tires on this different strategy. So 10 leading the way. Allmendinger second, Bowman and Stenhouse fighting for third with the lap car of LaJoie between them. Almirola now has a good 1 second lead over these guys. And now we transfer to a caution on lap 111. Almirola is still leading the way. As you see, we are 4 right down the backstretch. And once again, Kevin Harvick involved into the corner, into Biffle, hard hits from McLeod, Kurt Busch, Keselowski, Buescher. A huge crash here in turn 3 at Richmond. Called the big one strikes here, Richmond. As you were going 4 wide, you had Harvick, Biffle, McLeod, both RFK cars. And Biffle just cuts down on Harvick, turns him hard in the wall. Harvick comes out of the track, wipes out Biffle, Keselowski, McLeod, Kurt Busch, and Buescher involves heavy contact for all of these guys. Just they ran out of room here down the backstretch, as Keselowski almost went upside down. The impact of his hits, you see his Urias gets cleaned up by Harvick, and he almost goes upside down there in the air, careening down the racetrack. Kurt Busch almost hit the pit barrels right there. That was close. So this is now our 5th caution for cause here tonight at Richmond. This has been a chaotic race. You see Kurt Busch they had nowhere to go. They get collected right into Chris Buescher. The 31's able to avoid it though, but the 17 heavy damage. Same thing with the 45 machine. So both RFK cars now damaged pretty badly in this wreck, so their day doesn't get any better. BJ McLeod, hard hit there. Keselowski with a hard hit. Everyone took hard hits, but everyone's still going to be in the race, surprisingly. No one else is going to DNF. Everyone stays in the race, even though they took some pretty hard hits. Now Kevin Harvick's on board. See, Biffle just comes down into him, and Harvick's trying to hold his line, and he gets hit in the wall at the track. Boom! And the big hit. But Harvick didn't really take that big of a hit, but he had BJ McLeod to cushion his hit. He basically used BJ McLeod as like the wall when he slid up the racetrack. So Harvick avoided getting too much more damage than he already had right there. It's just 4 wide doesn't work. We've seen it before with Harvick. 4 wide just does not work. And heavy hits for all involved in this incident. So in total, it's going to be a 6-car wreck. Harvick, Biffle, both RFK cars, McLeod, Kurt Busch, and Haley. Now we get the slow-mo angle of this incident. That's going to be 7 cars. My correction, 7 cars. See, up the track. Then these guys just had nowhere to go. Gonna get collected, take some big hits. Keselowski airborne, almost rolls over. Very lucky to not flip over, as that definitely would have been the end of his night here at Richmond. Hard down the track, nowhere to go, and everyone just starts piling into each other to bring out our 5th caution of the night here at Richmond. Now we cut back to your race leader, the 10 of Eric Almirola, who had pulled away from the 16 of Allmendinger and the 48 of Bowman. So Eric Almirola comes down pit road for his service, and as we see, a lot of cars stayed out. And you'll see that your leader is going to end up being the first car on fresh tires, as we mentioned before, which is going to, of course, be the 48 of Alex Bowman. over Martin Truex and Kyle Busch. So now we are going to go back green here at Richmond for this restart. Bowman leads the way with a great restart on the outside lane. Got the lap cars on the bottom, but behind Bowman will be Martin Truex, Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, and Cole Custer, the top 5. Cole Custer, give shout out to him. He's having his best run of the season so far, and what has been an abysmal year for him and Stewart-Haas Racing as a whole. Yes. Oh, and now we have a caution here on lap 118. Kyle Larson and Justin Haley. We have had a massive accident here in turn 1 at Richmond as we try to find the 31 machine here. As it happens behind Tyler Reddick, so it's looking at the wrong spot. But we're going to go and check out what happened here to Justin Haley and Kyle Larson. You see Justin Haley gets hooked by Ryan Blaney to turn 1. He goes off the track hard in the wall, and Larson has nowhere to go and just T-bones him and flips Justin Haley almost upside down. He hits him so hard he puts the 31 on his side. And this hard crash here into turn 1 will take out the 5 of Kyle Larson from the race, who is a contender early in this race, led some laps. But he's going to be taken out with that head-on collision with the 31 of Justin Haley. Puts him on his side. And Kyle Larson will be out of this race, our 4th DNF, as he will join both Trackhouse cars and Christopher Bell in the garage as we go on board with the 31 of Justin Haley. You see, he was trying to come down the track. Blaney was there, so Blaney turned him, and then bang! What a hit right there from Kyle Larson. A humongous T-bone right there from Kyle Larson into Justin Haley. I mean, Kyle Larson had nowhere to go. He was running the top to try to make a pass. Then he absolutely just slams into the 31. Pow! Look at the impact. Heavy hit. Of course, Larson will be out, but Justin Haley, you know, is still going to be in the race after almost slipping. I mean, I don't know how, but he's still going to be in the race, but he will, of course, be severely off the pace now after getting T-boned right in the side and taking hits to the front and back end into the outside wall. As we get the helicopter view of the big one, or the big hit here at Richmond. So this will be our 6th caution for cause on the night, as Bowman is your leader at this caution. So we are going back green on lap 121. Well, not yet. Here we are. We are back underway on lap 151. Bowman in the lead, followed by Truex, Kyle Busch, Briscoe, the top 4. Custer back in 5th, and we've got a spin in the back. The caution's out. We got a spinner on the front straightaway. I believe it is the 15 of J.J. Yaley that went around to bring out our 7th caution for cause here at Richmond. And you see Yaley just clears himself on Cole Custer, gets turned. Biffle hits the side of Tyler Reddick, but a light wreck. But the caution is out, and so we're under caution once again here at Richmond for the 7th time for incident, the 8th time overall in the night so far. As Yaley came up the track into Cole Custer, who's having a great run in 5th, but now Custer sustained some damage from turning J.J. Yaley into the wall and bringing out this caution here at Richmond. So this race continues to just be absolute chaos here. So once again, as you see the slow-mo, Custer Yaley, I think there was like just a racing incident. One came up, one came down, got into each other. Of course, Biffle got very lucky. He didn't spin himself on the outside wall when he tried to avoid it by slamming into the door of Tyler Reddick. So now your leaders come down pit road for their scheduled pit stops here under yellow. Bowman leading the way into the pit lane to get service. So Bowman comes out of the pits first, as he usually does. His pit crew has been getting the job done tonight, but there are some cars, I believe, that may have stayed out. We will see. But Bowman comes down pit road, comes out first, so he should be able to maintain the lead as he has been the dominant car of the night so far. And so now we get ready for the restart, as we are now green here at Richmond. Bowman in the lead, Kyle Busch second, Byron third, Briscoe fourth, Truex in fifth. Here trying as we get closer to the end of stage 2. We still have 45 to go in stage 2 though. Bowman leading the way, Kyle Busch in second. Kyle Busch actually won the Richmond race earlier this year, which was in his 2 in a row, and his only 2 wins this season. But he's trying to sweep Richmond, and if he does, this will be his 3rd win of the season, put him in a really good spot heading into the playoffs. But Bowman leading the way here over Kyle Busch, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, and Martin Truex at Richmond. And now we are on the last lap of stage 2 here at Richmond. Bowman has held the lead over the same 5 this entire stage so far, and now the yellow is out. Everyone's going to race back to line to earn their stage points. So through turn 4 for the final time in this stage, Alex Bowman will sweep the stages here at Richmond as he wins stage 2. Kyle Busch second, William Byron third, Chase Briscoe fourth, Martin Truex in 5th, Tyler Reddick in 6th, Joey Logano 7th, Austin Dillon 8th, Chase Elliott 9th, and Denny Hamlin rounds out your top 10 in stage 2 that earn points. And now we are back underway in green for this final stage, which is double the length of each stage. Basically the amount that both stage 1 and 2 took. 200 laps here for this final stage. Bowman leading the way, followed by the 18 of Kyle Busch, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, and Martin Truex Jr. As your top 2 have easily negotiated lap traffic and are going to try to pull away now and battle it amongst themselves for the victory here in Richmond. But we still have the strategy element that is going to be coming in here as the laps wind on. As we haven't had a very 100+ lap run yet, so we'll see what the strategy is going to look like if you have green flag pit stops and if it stays green. But the way this race has been going, that's highly unlikely, as they are 3 and 4 wide still amongst lap cars, risking a crash here in the mid to the back part of the field. See Denny Hamlin there, but we go back to your leader. Bowman in the lead here at Richmond comfortably over Kyle Busch in the 18. Now we move on to lap 275. Bowman in 48 has come down for his scheduled green flag pit stop here in this final stage, but he's gone a lap down to your race leader, the 18 of Kyle Busch, as we see. But the strategy here in these this final stage is going to be very interesting, as because of the variation of who pitted and when during the cautions in the first and second stage, some cars can go further than others. So we'll see which strategy works out the best, Bowman's strategy or Kyle Busch's strategy right now, where he is staying out on the racetrack and running some extra laps. So Kyle Busch rolls to 3 and 4. The 14 Chase Briscoe is running in second. He will come down for his scheduled pit stop, so he's pretty much on the same strategy as Bowman. It's a few laps later, but Kyle Busch continues to go ahead as we move on to lap 309. It's 30 laps later. Kyle Busch in the 18 is now still in the lead. He stayed out this long, and he's not coming in yet. Bowman and Chase Briscoe have already unlapped themselves with the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. from Kyle Busch, but Kyle Busch staying out 30 laps longer than Bowman, the dominant car of the day, and Chase Briscoe. So we'll see which strategy works out, but Kyle Busch staying out this long, he could make it without having to have another stop the rest of the way, whereas Bowman and Briscoe may have to stop once more, and that would pretty much give it to Kyle Busch here. So we'll see if this strategy for Kyle Busch works out in the end, as Bowman battles Chase Briscoe for what will be the lead once the 18 of Kyle Busch comes down pit road. And William Byron, Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, Cole Custer, Denny Hamlin, Eric Almirola, and Eric Jones also staying out on the racetrack at this moment. But Bowman and Briscoe battling for the lead. Kyle Busch back there. battling to be the leader. But Kyle Busch leading the way right now, staying out extra long compared to your soon-to-be leaders here. So strategy is going to be key here to finish this race, and who ends up winning the Federated Auto Parts 400 here from Richmond. As 48 takes the lead from Chase Briscoe. Kyle Busch has come down pit road for service. He has given up the race lead to the 24 of William Byron, who stays on the laps. Now Byron in the lead here at Richmond, going to lead some laps on this strategy. Then I have Chase Elliott running in second, not far behind Byron. Not far behind Elliott is Logano and Austin Dillon. As we see, Bowman has pulled far away from Chase Briscoe and Martin Truex Jr. As they've been held up by lap traffic, Bowman has scooted away to a comfortable gap to what will cycle out to be the battle for the lead here. 48 has led well over 200 laps today, and he's going to try to lead the last one. It's the one that matters, though. And we'll see if it ends up being that way for Bowman in the 48. As you see, Custer, more cars getting service, but it's still William Byron and Chase Elliott out on the racetrack. 1-2, staying out with Logano, Austin Dillon, Almirola, and Denny Hamlin. So the top 6, Denny Hamlin just pitted, so now it's the top 5 that still have to come down pit road for service. But William Byron leading the way here in Richmond. As now we move on to lap 319, the 24 of William Byron, still leading the way comfortably. It's just him, Elliott, Logano, and Dillon who have yet to pit. And this time William Byron will come down pit road for his scheduled stop and give the lead to his teammate, the 9 of Chase Elliott, who is now leading here at Richmond. So at least all of the Hendrick cars today have led at least one lap. So now Chase Elliott over everyone, Logano and Dillon pitted. So Chase Elliott, the last car left on the strategy on the racetrack. And then once he comes down pit road, the lead will cycle out to his teammate, the 48 of Bowman. Chase Elliott can stay out a few more laps here, as Chase Elliott leads at Richmond, going by the lap car of BJ McLeod. And this time by the 9 of Chase Elliott will bring it down pit road, and that should cycle the lead out to the 48 of Alex Bowman, as Kyle Busch will get back on the lead lap. And Bowman and Briscoe are in this the heated battle for the lead right now. Bowman and Briscoe battling for the lead. Martin Truex right behind them in third. With 79 to go in this race, this is all important, and to see which strategy works out in case you have a caution. Bowman and Briscoe side by side for what will turn out to be the lead. Bowman gets blocked behind the 51 of Cody Ware, and now Chase Briscoe is through the lead, and now he gets blocked by LaJoy coming down pit road. He gets slowed down, and now Bowman goes through back to the lead here at Richmond. Incredible racing and missed lap cars here at Richmond for your leaders. Bowman, the dominant car of the day, in the lead. Chase Briscoe, who is 16th on the playoff grid, the only guy in on points right now, in second, and Martin Truex Jr., who has 2 wins this season, in third. Kyle Busch is back in 6th. Well, he'll probably cycle out to be 4th or 5th at the very back end of the lead lap here. As Bowman now on pit road on lap 353. 48 to go. Bowman comes down for his final pit stop of the night, and that is going to cycle the lead to the 18 of Kyle Busch, who stayed out very long earlier past lap 300. This might be the key to winning this race. Kyle Busch staying out as we cut to 2 to go. Kyle Busch's strategy has worked brilliantly for him right now if he can make it the next 2 laps. Kyle Busch in the lead over Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe in 4th, Tyler Reddick 5th, Almirola 6th, Logano 7th, Truex is 8th, and Bowman, the dominant car of the night, back in 9th, who's led 274 laps tonight. White flag final lap for the 18 of Kyle Busch. He took a risky strategy by staying out long earlier in our longest green flag run of the night at the beginning of this stage, and now it might just pay off, as down the backstretch for the final time, Kyle Busch with a huge lead over Denny Hamlin, and through 3 and 4, coming to the line, Kyle Busch will win at Richmond and sweep the season here at Richmond. He wins his 3rd race this season. Kyle Busch led 87 laps off of this brilliant strategy call from crew chief Ben Bayshore. So props to Kyle Busch and Joe Gibbs 18 team as he wins here at Richmond. Win number 3, that will put him higher up in the point standings, which you will see momentarily as you see the race results on the left side of your screen. Bowman ends up finishing 7th after leading 274 laps. Just a missed opportunity for him. Unfortunate. And Briscoe finished 4th, who was the first car on the short pit strategy, as it almost worked for him. Not quite. So Kyle Busch, your winner here in Richmond. You see DNS, Larson, Suarez, Bell, and Chastain. And only 9 cars finished this race on the lead lap. Now we show the playoff grid. Kyle Busch is up to 3rd with his 3 wins. Bowman slots up to 6th with his extra 2 playoff points he got for sweeping the stages. Chase Briscoe now 73 points over Tyler Reddick at the cut line with 2 races left. Kurt Busch, Blaney, Cindric, and Bubba between -80 and -98. Everyone below them has to win to get into the playoffs. So pretty much you got to win to get in the playoffs. Until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.